As I looked deeper, I knew the message of the manuscript was internalized in the memory of all humanity, but could not be understood without language. Then I saw God's hand writing on the other side of eternity, willing humanity to read what He has written in language, in words on the other side of the veil. I had to read the symbols from right to left, from this side, to decipher what God was writing for humanity on the other side. Then I saw the value of the Aleph Bet, the signs, the metaphors, the synchronicity, all made sense. Alpha had spoken and Beth had listened, and it was privilege to watch her waking up. I made my choice. Aleph spoke and Bet had heard, and the writing was on the wall, cast in stone. She smiled and opened her eyes as the manuscript closed and went back into the dark for safe keeping. Its message remained in the night, within the hearts and minds of all those who believed, those who understood the importance of metanoia. I heard the question, "Who seeks me in 1296?" and the reply, "I do." Then I heard the instruction I shall never forget, "Find me the right way." And suddenly I knew death was not the right way. Death was another bend in the road. There was another way. Metanoia. I knew there were no shortcuts. Enlightenment is a natural expression of the human mind, and ascension is the result. I saw that everything is part of the divine order necessary for human beings to understand themselves and the power of divinity they have within, to experience perfect consciousness within and without. I saw this new transcendent, ascendant reality come alive and knew, once experiencing life guided by the light of the Father inside the shell of protection by the Mother, that experience of perfect consciousness was now in my memory, always available for future reference from some future mind life that would no doubt eventuate throughout time and space. But for now, I knew the written word was true. Scriptures were valuable to lift the veil of darkness, the veil of the night. Words of wisdom were essential to see through the deceptions of the world. Ancient texts held the story close, revealed only to those with eyes to see and ears to hear. Then I heard the question, is it better to be happy and fulfilled, or to be right and know truth? My answer was, they are all the same thing. When I answered, I remembered seeing a note fall out of the manuscript onto Beth's lap. It was covered in gold dust on the oldest paper I'd ever seen. The note was from Nora, of all people, and it read, "Just believing isn't enough. Faith is not enough. It is what you actually do that counts. Be careful not to get a false sense of security in this process, and don't bypass what is fundamentally known in the moment, as returning to that point of departure means separation from God, not oneness. Do no harm. God is not progressive. God is absolute. And it is us who need to recognize our potential and actualize it in His image. Just believing we can is not enough. We must do the work on ourselves and for others to make that potential a reality. This takes personal development work, not just belief that you can achieve greatness in spirit, but doing what you can every day of your life to actualize your potentiality. You did not just believe you saw that light, you know you did. You did not just think you existed. At the beginning of the beginning, you know you did. Popping out of that field of consciousness became the reality of an awareness of you, not just faith and belief in yourself, but actualizing the event to be present always in your memory. Consider your potential, what you can become once you know what is possible. Actualize that potential to be the best person you can be. When actualizing your potential, you cross the finish line, but it is not enough just to remain in potential. That is like remaining at a crossroad and looking at the signs forever. You must make a choice to go forward. The caterpillar must actualize the potential within to turn into a butterfly. The idea of the butterfly is not enough. The veil of darkness was lifting. The awakening of the human mind was happening fast on the physical level, and people were beginning to know that love is all that really matters, all that fundamentally is. All the rest is mind stuff, concepts, precepts, and wonderful, extraordinary stories passed down throughout time. Oral narratives that morphed into myths, legends, doctrines, and ideologies for those who listened.